What's up, guys? It's Missy. I'm back with another SimCity Build a video. Today we're going to be doing a low-level contest to mayor's walkthrough for the city star. For those of you guys who have not yet subscribed to the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. We're almost to 3,000 subscribers, which is awesome. Also, if you want to join us on Facebook, it's SimCity Build It, MissyAnne or Discord. If you want to join us on SimCity and actually be a member of my group, you'll need to hit me up on Discord or Facebook to determine if you're the right fit. You have to either be a low-level player on the Missy's Building Guide or a high-level player with a decent city who plays COM competitively each week. Okay, so let's begin with setting the scene. That's where we say what we know about the player. This player has no regional maps unlocked. They're level 24. They have no experience left in their bar, so they can't do any kind of upgrades. And they currently have 540 storage, so they have a decent amount. They've got 46 tickets, so if they can save any, they would want to obviously try to. But if not, then they'll proceed on with using all their tickets. Okay, so the next thing here is we're going to go through, we're going to do a task assessment and a COM breakdown. We're going to say what we know about each assignment, and then we'll label them as premium, non-premiums, main, rotatables. If an assignment is a main task, it is in your list worth 2,000 points or higher. Now this is double points week, so it's going to be 4,000 points or higher. Anything that has the ability to be worth 3,000 points on a normal week, so 6,000 on a double, is going to be considered a premium. Anything above that is a high premium. Anything that is below 3,000 points would be considered a non-premium, or that has the ability to be worth that. If it's in your list for less than 4,000 points, it is considered a rotatable assignment. Okay, so we're going to go through, we're going to label everything. The first one here that we need to make note of is a high premium at rotatable value, but we're not going to actually do the Latin. Okay, this is going to have to be a cancellation. That being said, he's already losing out on the first streak at a minimum. Now, we don't cancel this right away because we don't have enough upgrades in our main list. So we have a high chance of it being replaced with a different upgrade. So we want to wait until we at least have a few upgrades in our list, but not so long that it doesn't have time to come back in the main list. The next one here is a main Tokyo. Okay, it is a premium assignment. Then we have a main premium War Disaster, a non-premium, a premium Paris, no touch on the upgrade. Then we have a premium glass, which at this value, we're probably going to try to avoid it, okay, because it's got a lot of downtime attached to it, and he probably prepped feed anyways. That being said, if we need to, we can rotate the glass in, maybe at nighttime or something, but usually by then they're too close to the streaks to do that. Then we have a non-premium last resort rotatable on the coins. This task is used to bring in any last minute upgrades or factory productions. Okay. The next one here is a non-premium repair. This is a high algorithm task. So that being said, at this value, we always mark this last resort rotatable at this value. If it is 1,200 on a normal week, it is always marked last resort rotatable, meaning you only do this just before the streaks to bring in any upgrades or factory productions. If it's 1,600 or higher, then you would rotate it when it becomes your highest, best opportunity, all that good stuff. Okay, so the next one here is a premium cement at rotatable value. Good opportunity, so we will likely need to do this at some point. Then we have a non-premium rotatable war booster. This one has a high risk attached to it to bring in an upgrade or some kind of higher assignment. Normally when you do a 1,000 point assignment, it kicks back a 3,000 point assignment. Now, when you don't have a whole lot of upgrades in your list, with this particular task, you have a high risk of it turning into an upgrade. The next one is a non-premium monster, and at this value, we're going to mark it no touch. We're not going to do it for the duration of the contest. Then we have a Premium VU at rotatable value. Minimal risk, but still some if you don't have any upgrades at all. You just want to be kind of careful if you have to rotate this. Then we have a non-premium epic project. That's a high algorithm assignment, and it has downtime attached to it. Given that he only has one map unlocked, he can't immediately start another epic, so we try not to do this if it's close to the streaks. The next one is a no-touch non-premium design challenge. That is at a nice low value, so we can pretty much just mark that no touch, and we're done with that, okay? Now, the first choice, he would have either chosen the London delivery or the War upgrade. I would have went with the War upgrade just because it's faster. So he went with the War upgrade, okay? He gets it replaced with a premium chemicals at rotatable value. Now, this particular assignment has a really high algorithm on it, and we try to avoid it unless it's between at least like 1680 or so, like 1600 to 1700 at the lowest. And even then, we try to avoid it if possible, okay? So on the next on the list here is going to be that premium main Tokyo. So he's obviously going to pay cash to bring in the flights. For those of you guys who are relatively new to the contest, you guys have to go as quickly as possible, and you have to be as prepared as possible. The idea is that you prep your inventory, you prep everything that you can think of, you know, your shops, your factories. If you're doing residential upgrades, your sim bubbles, your regional items, whatever it is that you need to prep, whatever level player you are, get it prepped, because the faster you go, the better off you're going to be. Okay, so the next one would have been the Tokyo. He would have paid the cash, packed the boxes, and got it done, which he did. Okay, now he gets a non-premium minerals assignment for 3,600. So on a normal week, this is a 1,600 point assignment. Okay, so let's look at what his options are here. No touch chems, no touch Paris. At the moment, not going to be doing the glass, not going to be doing the coins. What else? Sorry, I don't have a whole lot. Okay, then he has a non-premium repair. So that's a last resort. Then he has the cement for 2160, the war booster for 2000, and the launch VU. Now, here's his options. He can either pick up all that feed and do the minerals, or he can do the cement for significantly less, hoping that he can get feed or open up a new doorway relatively soon. I would not have picked up the feed for a 1,600 point assignment on a normal week, okay? This assignment down here at the bottom on a normal week would have been 1,100 points, so it would have been a 500 points difference. The main reason being that we have several other doorways that we can utilize, okay? That feed being prepped is a lot of downtime to just pick up. And that early on in the contest, I would not have done that. I would have at least tried the cement first, okay, given these circumstances. Now, he picked up all the feed and went with the minerals. Okay. Now he gets hit with a 2,400 on a normal residential that he can't do. That, quite frankly, you would try to avoid canceling because it's not a 3,000 point upgrade. And he also has to cancel the Latin up in the streaks. So he already has 2 tasks at main task value down below in his list. That's not a good thing, especially since we're 3 assignments into the contest and he's already cleared out his feed. He's got 2 main tasks at taking up in his list, and yeah, stuff is not good, right? So now what do you think he's going to rotate? Why? Not really sure. My assumption is that he wanted to rotate this to see if he could get an upgrade to come in to determine if he need to cancel. So why didn't he go with the war booster? It's limited. It has a higher likelihood of bringing in an upgrade. So if it wasn't to bring in an upgrade, then why didn't he go with the cement when it's 100 and something points higher? Not really sure what he's doing right now, to be honest with you. Okay, so now he gets planks on a normal week. This is like a 1440 task. Not really a good assignment, right? But better than the cement right now. But again, now we're just working this really crappy doorway. So it seems. So he's going to do planks. Okay, so he gets his 6 kVU. Boom. Ouch. Ouch. This sucks. Okay, because here's the problem. He's got upgrades rolling in really, really, really fast. He has to cancel in the streaks, which is a high premium. And he has a high premium at maximum value that just came in. Now, what are his options? His options are he can rotate the War Booster and see if that kicks in another upgrade, bringing in a lower likelihood of the Latin coming back in the streaks, or he can cancel that Latin streak now and hope that he doesn't get an upgrade in its place. Given that an upgrade just rolled in, I wouldn't go canceling anything right now. I would just do the War Booster first, which he does. Okay? Now he gets a 2400, so a 4400 on the textiles. So a 2200 on a normal week. That's going to take some significant downtime for him. That being said, that's 2 rounds. Now, rather than him just sit here idly and dink around with all this stuff taking up space in his list, what would the best thing for him to do, what would it be? To take downtime for the text, leaving everything to sit, cancel something in the main list, or cancel the streak? Well, I would cancel the streak because we're going to have to cancel one of these upgrades in our list. It's just too much. It doesn't make sense to cancel something in the main list first and then go to the streak. That's ridiculous. You might as well cancel the streak first, which he went with the cement. Okay, so right now, it's pretty obvious that we're not going to be able to work the entire week with what we have in our list. So we do need to do some form of canceling. We know we have to cancel streak 1. That's not a question. The question is, when do we cancel in our main list? So we need to get the streak canceled before we even deal with anything else, because this is the best time to do it when you have the most upgrades. And he also has a lot of high-valued assignments in his list that he can't do. So it has a less likelihood of returning for a higher value if he were to cancel it now. So he gets another upgrade. Okay, so again, we need to cancel something. He cancels in the main list first. Why in the hell would you do that? I mean, think about the logic behind that decision. What reason did he have to do that? None. If you look at the logic behind it, he has to do this cancellation of the Latin. It's not like, oh, if I continue down this road, I'm going to avoid having to do this Latin cancellation. He knows he has to do it, so it's a hit he has to take at some point. When would the best time to take that hit be? When you have the most possible upgrades in your list, the most possible assignments for it to return before the streaks, and when everything in your list is worth a high value. That would be like the perfect picture of when you would want to cancel your streak, right? Yeah. He decides to cancel the main list, opening up not only a decent place value for the Latin to return at 7,200, not that it couldn't, but just opening up another possibility for it to do so, opens up an entire upgrade slot that he could cancel the Latin and now the old town could come back in its place. He had that secured and he just canceled it. He's 9 tasks in. He's probably going to want to cancel that Latin within 11 assignments. Why cancel the old town if you want it to come back within 11 assignments so that you can cancel Latin. None of what he did here made any bit of sense to me. He should have canceled the Latin first, got it taken care of. Then, after canceling the Latin, rotated whatever he could, maybe did the textiles or whatever, seen what came in, seen how it treated him, then proceeded on to cancel whatever he could in his main list that he needed to. Gets another upgrade, but at least this one's for a lower value. Okay. So, now he takes the downtime for text. Gets a war delivery. View. Keys. Now, keys are at main task value, but they're a non-premium with a decent algorithm attached to them. So they're not exactly the best opportunity, but given their points value, obviously he would do the keys. Now he gets a launch war attack for legendary, and he does that. Okay, now we're going to another VU assignment here. Now he gets keys for 1,600. And now he cancels the Latin. So, didn't really accomplish a whole lot in here. Okay, so he cancels the Latin, does the keys, and gets the old town back. Now, notice something here. Pay attention. He canceled the Latin. He had 5 minutes between the time that he canceled the Latin and he rotates in another assignment. This is a method that you're supposed to use to try to avoid an upgrade to come in. You cancel, rotate, hope that the upgrade doesn't pop up in the main list, or the streaks, and pops up in the main list instead, which is exactly what it did. Okay? Now, now look at our list. We got a big problem here. We're 17 assignments in. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 upgrades. Okay? 5 upgrades. So, out of all of our assignments, we have 5 upgrades, 1 long factory production, coins and repair, which come back at a high algorithm, and epic, which comes back at a decent algorithm as well. Not super high, but definitely decent. The only workable doorways right now are epic and glass. That's all he has, unless he's going to do yet again another cancellation, which he just had an upgrade come in. Okay? So, 4 days, 19 hours remaining. What is his option? Does he do the epic or does he do the glass? He should have done the glass. He should have taken the time out to do the glass, because here's the thing. Even if he does the epic now to keep things moving, then what? He's just closer and closer to the streaks by the time he does finish the glass or do the glass. Or he leaves the glass to sit, and if that is the case, that means that he's going to try to work 1 doorway for like 30 some odd assignments. That's not going to work out well. Okay, so right here is when you have to make a choice, and you have to say, do I proceed on with a crappy doorway hoping it carries me for 30 some odd assignments, or do I take the downtime now, given that I have 4 days and 20 hours remaining, get the glass done now while I still have plenty of time before the streaks for it to come back, and open up my only other doorway? That's what he should have done, and he didn't do it. Gets his VU again. Okay. Launch attack and club wars. There's the epic again. Again, not at our main task value, but rotatable value. Okay. Now what does he do? He doesn't do the epic again. He does another cancellation. Something that he was trying to avoid, which is why he did the epic in the first place. All right. So, obviously, he chose this one to be canceled because the old town has the highest, has a likelihood of coming back higher. Problem is, that's not really what's blocking you. What's blocking you is that your good doorways haven't been rotated. Yes, it does suck anytime that you have main tasks taken up, but we've done too many cancellations. At this point, you have to decide if you're what other doorways you're going to open up. There's his VU again. Now he gets wood again. Okay. Or not wood again, but he gets wood. So this tells me he's not even prepping the glass. So he has no intentions of doing the glass at all. He's already marked that off. So he's perfectly content trying to work one useless doorway and then a cancellation again. So now he's got 2 whopping doorways open. There's VU again. Rotatable shoes. Okay. VU again. Okay. Main task, war attack. Rotatable ladders. Notice we're not getting a whole lot of main tasks. We're getting a few VUs here and there to carry him, but nothing great. It's been pretty crappy so far. Now he's 13 assignments before he would think about starting streaks. He has a few upgrades left that he has to get in, and it's too late to do the glass. So he proceeds on with the ladders. There's his regular residential that needed to be there for at least a lower value. Okay. So now he's going to proceed with his epic. Mind you, he had started this epic a while back, right? So about a couple hours back. The issue, though, is that this will likely keep returning, and he'll be right at the streaks when it does fall on his downtime for having to wait on the epic, which really kind of suck. So anyway, he goes with the epic, rear war attack, war delivery. There's the epic again. Say, now we're 9 tasks before streaks. We need to bring in other stuff, like factory productions and upgrades. So at this point, he has a 2,700 coins and a 2,400 repair. He has a 2,400 on the epic. He should have left it be. He really should have. Because here's the thing. He has 8 tasks before streaks. He could have started the coins. That is usually comes back within 2 to 6 rotations. It has a higher likelihood of staying away from usually about 4 to 6, right? Epic is here for 1,200 on a normal week. It has been coming back repeatedly. You're just about to run out of points on this epic. Couple more tasks and that's it. Or even 150 or 60 or whatever, and that's it. Then you're on a downtime for your epic. He has to bring in upgrades and factory productions. He should have went with the 2,700 on the coins, then the 2,400 on the epic. Now he gets keys. Now, obviously, he's going to do that, right? Now he gets minerals for 1,860. What the hell are you doing, dude? You have coins. What is coins? Say, last resort rotatable. Done before streaks to bring in factory productions and upgrades. Most of your points are going to come from the streaks. Starting them sooner rather than later would be of great benefit to you. If you want to start the streaks at around 20 tasks remaining, then don't you think 6 tasks... Okay, damn train. Don't you think that 6 assignments before the streaks would be a pretty good time to rotate the coins? There's the VU again. Okay. Woohoo! Now we've got keys again. Except for this time it's for 1,200 on a normal week. Now he does the coins. Okay. Gets his launch legendary. And he does the gold keys. Are you fucking kidding me right now, dude? Please tell me you're joking. Why on earth could you possibly think that this was a good idea? Out of everything on the list, you could have done the launch legendary and you could have done the repair. But you chose to do keys, something that you've done repeatedly already, and it hasn't done you any bit of good. 4 days, 14 hours remaining. Pay attention to these screenshots. Gets his VU for 1,000 this time. Now he does repair over the launch legendary. 4 days, 14 hours remaining. I want you to watch this. There's the epic again for 1200. Okay? Now he does the launch legendary. Look at the time. 4 days, 14 hours. What does that tell you? It means he could have done the launch legendary this whole time. He just chose not to. For why? I honestly don't fucking know, dude. I really don't. I wish I did. Because none of what he's done in the last 10 assignments has made any bit of sense to me. Whatsoever. Okay? Now he gets 2250 on coins. So it came back within 4 to 6 rotations. All right. Or 2 to 6 rotations, sorry. So now, what do you think the right thing would be to do? Should we do coins again? Should we do the epic again that we're almost about ready to completely screw ourselves on? Or the VU? Let's see what he does. Okay, you went with coins. All right. Launch war attack. And he does VU. Why? I don't know. Really don't know. Should have done the launch attack and club wars. Done VU 3 million times this week. Yeah, it's been good to you sometimes, but overall, it's really not benefiting you at this point. I mean, right now you really need to get these upgrades in. You got to shuffle your doorways around. And you can't afford to do that damn epic. So now he does the bread rolls. Now he gets hammers for 2640. Now, here's where stuff gets a little odd. Okay, so pay attention. Hammers was 2640 and was replaced by caps. Okay? All right. So now he does the epic again. Mind you that the epic is almost completely done. And he's going to hit his 12-hour downtime on his epic. And if and when that happens, if he gets it in the streak, it could cause him to fail. So let's say that he starts streak 2. Okay? And he gets a sugar assignment for 2 rounds. That's 8 hours. That's after he's 4 hours into the streak. That's not that unbelievable. You're 4 hours into the streak, you take 8 hours downtime for a sugar assignment. Okay? And then he gets epic. And he's on a 12-hour downtime. What do you think happens to your streak? Boom. You fail. And he's risking it for 1,200 points. Why? 1,200 points on a normal week. Over what? 400 points. He's willing to risk failing a streak that'll give him 8,000 points. Oh my God. Okay. So now he gets lawn chairs for 1280. And he does the club war. Okay, now he gets shovels for 2,400. Okay. All right. We're 14 tasks away from having to start the streaks. Goes with the repair. Now here, what do you think he does? Boom. What did he just do? Okay. He's been working the same doorway pretty much for a while. I mean, he's done a little bit here and there. You got your repair, you got this, that. What doorway hasn't he touched in a while? The caps. What were those replaced with? What was he doing when caps were brought in? A 2,600 hammers. Okay. 2,400 on cargo. He's going for value over op right now. And right now he needs to really think about how to get these upgrades in. The best way to get these upgrades in is to shift your doorways around. Because right now he's just falling into this consistency of task after task after task. Again, now here we have the repair again. Now, we've already done this. That's what led us to this repair for the 3rd or 4th time or whatever. So at this point, we can get a couple extra points by doing the repair, or we can say, screw that. I need to change my doorways and start getting stuff moved around in here so that I can get these damn upgrades in. Does it make sense to go with the lawn chairs? No, those just came in. What was our last best doorway? Those hammers. What was replaced by that? The caps. He does the repair again. Okay. All right. Coins. Third time now. Yeah. So, what does he do? Those coins again. Should have done the caps. Now we've got the epic here again. Now, either he doesn't have enough points to finish it, or he's actually going to be stupid enough to touch it again. Not really sure. We'll see. Yep, he did it. Why? Probably because it was a whopping 400 points more. But what have you noticed about this loop that he's in? Epic, VU, repair, coins, just continuously, right? He has a couple of tasks left that he can rotate before he has to start the streaks. Literally, a handful of tasks, like not even a handful. And he screws up by doing the epic yet again. That was literally your way out. That was your guaranteed, thank God this came in, hallelujah, I'm not touching this again. I screwed up the last 3 times I touched it. And he just did it again. And this isn't the first time this player has done this. He does this all the time with the epic. It's like he has to get the most out of his epic for his points or whatever, and he just takes the gamble on his streaks. That is the stupidest thing you can do. You're going to hit gold anyways, okay? You're going to finish your epic anyways. I don't understand this logic. I really don't. The 400 whopping points to close off your good doorway. At least you got your feed. Okay, fabulous. Hope you don't get any upgrades like Latin or whatever else is out there. Now he does lawn chairs. Why? The caps have been sitting longer. The caps are more profitable. The caps are your good doorway. Well, why'd you do that? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. What's that? Nah, not surprised. It's a repair again. Okay, cool. Fuck it. Let's do it again. It did us so well the last 5 times. Let's do it again. Minerals. This will be what, time 3? Yeah, okay. Now he gets his sugar and he starts streaks because he has to start the streaks. Leaving his good doorway closed off. Okay. Paint. Text. So that was a little bit of downtime there. Bricks. Epic. On streak 3. So we're at, what, 3 days. 19 hours. 3 days, 15 hours. So where were we at when we started the streaks? 4 days, 3 hours. Days, 2 hours, 4 days, 2 hours, 3 days, 23 hours, 3 days, 19 hours, 3 days, 15 hours. So 4-hour gap he had to take. Okay? Waste of an epic, by the way. What are you noticing with these assignments? What are you seeing? We've got, what do we got? New. We haven't seen that yet. Haven't seen paint yet. Okay. Haven't seen text yet. Or bricks. Now we get epic, and what pops up after? Minerals. Well, what's been associated with this? This is kind of a loop. Minerals, epic, VU, repair, coins, right? Okay. Text again. Ouch. All right. Well, why is that a problem? You just started an epic. Now you have to take 80 minutes of downtime at the very start of that epic. That sucks. Okay, all right. Minerals again. I'm not surprised. Repair again. Not surprised. It's your looping assignments. Oh, what's that? VU. Cool. Now here's our shakeup, and that is the spats. Okay? And what do we get? Boom. Our other looped assignment. Keys. That was the other one that we were getting a lot, right? Now we got our delivery. And what do we get again? Minerals. Noticing patterns here? There's our ladders. Okay. Boom. Coins. Chairs. Delivery to London. VU again. Shocked. That's the end. So what you guys have to focus on is what you'll actually notice if you really pay attention to your screenshots, and a lot of you guys don't take those screenshots or pay attention to them, is that your week does this, but you don't notice it. This entire week, he has been in this loop, and he didn't even notice, or he would have broken it. Now, you do an assignment here and there, that's not going to be enough to break the loop. Almost every single contest it kind of picks certain assignments that it's going to give you as reoccurring, and a lot of them, right? Now, with high-level players, usually what happens is you get your 1K premiums at the bottom that you rotated. Those are your reoccurring ones, okay? If you're lucky. He got lucky he didn't get more epics, and he got lucky that he didn't get any of the residentials that were missing. If he had, how do you think this week would have played out? Bad. He wouldn't have been able to bank in on all those streaks. That was a big gamble, right? Ideally, what you want to do is you want to make the best choices possible with the least amount of risk, okay? And what a lot of people do is they make the best choices possible and they disregard the risk. Had he put risk in and factored it in, he wouldn't have repeatedly done that epic project. He would have done the caps, and he probably would have gotten better of assignments. Okay? A lot of what he did this week made no sense to me at all. And this player usually does think about what he's doing. So my question is, what goes through his head to make him make the choices that he's making? And the thing that I came to the conclusion of is, if we go all the way back to the start, okay? And you look at what he was doing here, right here. This is the start of the bad week, remember? So when I said minerals was a mistake, then that VU repeated itself. VU repeated itself again. Then we've got the war booster. There's those techs, okay? It looks to me like he was looking at his list without any story to it. And I have one video where I talk about this. Now, when I narrate these weeks, when I do these walkthroughs, you guys follow my storyline. We start at the beginning, okay? And we talk through it. Say, okay, we just did this. This is our good doorway. This brought that in. This is our better opportunity. Yada, 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 right? What do you do? What do you miss out on when you just simply go, random, random, random. Okay, what do you do here? What do you do here? Just look at this list and tell me what you do here without knowing any of the backstory. It looks like you do this particular assignment because you're looking at this list without any backstory to it, without any narration at all. Let's go back to when he should have picked the caps over the lawn chairs. If you just look at that list, it looks like he should have picked repair because you're not following the storyline. But let's cross that off the list. And let's just say that it comes down to caps versus lawn chairs. It looks like it doesn't matter. They're both shop productions. They both bring decent opportunity, and they're both the exact same value. So why would we pick one over the other? Well, Caps has been sitting longer, but what else? What was the kicker for that? The Caps were a good doorway. Most people don't pay attention to that. They don't pay attention to their storyline. They don't even have a storyline. They don't even know how to make one. And until you can learn how to really assess your week, not just your list, but your week, that is what you need to focus on. You're looking at your list, and you're breaking down your list into subcategories and picking your assignment based off what is in your list. And what you need to do is look at this. All of this. Okay? Everything that you've done previous to where you're at right now. And look for a pattern. And see how you can break that pattern to do something better. Not sit here and repeatedly do the same thing over and over and over and over just because by looking at the list in itself, it's telling you to do that. Whereas there's certain things that would say to not do that. Now, that's probably the number one reason why people make mistakes. They factor in under the basic circumstances as to what would lead them to this decision. But they don't factor in all the other contributing factors that go along with it, like the history of the assignments and the doorways. And that is a lot of why people make mistakes. Now, like I said, if you really go back through this, you didn't really notice that there was a pattern until I brought it up at the very end of the week. But it's been there all along. Epic, VU, count. I wish he would go back and count how many times he did it. Okay? Epic again. VU again. VU. VU. There's those ladders again, by the way. Epic. There was a lot of them, you know, and what you notice here is that I bet you, if he would have stopped back when I said he should have done the glass, it would have avoided all this. He should have not done those minerals to start off with, and he should have taken that downtime for glass when I said so, right? That doorway was closed off the entire contest. Now, normally that wouldn't be an issue, but in this case, with things the way they were and all the cancellations and everything, it was an issue. Now, this loop was just terrible. Hopefully you guys learned something this week. Really try to follow your storylines, okay? Like right here, this made no sense. If you look at this list, I don't even know how you come to this conclusion. I don't. Because here's the thing. Even if doing the repair was something that you would do to bring in factory productions and upgrades, he already did that. He has a way better opportunity right now. There's going to be a lot of times between now and, or a lot of assignments between now and when he absolutely has to start the streaks. Opening up that opportunity would have been way more useful to him than rotating the repair right now. You could rotate the repair in one assignment if you have to. But opening up that opportunity would have been majorly beneficial.